Hey everyone, welcome back to Rewind by Affinity Streaming. I am Control, joined as always by Charlie. How are you, Charlie?
Great.
Amazing. Today's movie is called Who Framed Roger Rabbit? 1988, rated PG, runtime of 1 hour and 43 minutes. And if you have not seen this movie, spoilers are ahead. But as always, before we get started, please like and subscribe on YouTube, the Affinity Streaming Network, so you can get all our awesome movie reviews.
Yeah. Do it.
All right, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, directed by Robert Zemeckis. Zemeckis? Robert Zemeckis? Yeah.
I don't know. Nobody knows.
Also, he directed Back to the Future, which we should probably hit at some point on Rewind. Starring Bob Hoskins. And just a quick Bob Hoskins thing. I saw this movie in the theater as a 11th grader. And I think I took my little brother.
Okay.
And I didn't find out until later in my adulthood that Bob Hoskins was British, and that just blew my mind. I just I don't.
Yeah, he doesn't seem British.
He doesn't seem British at all. That just
Yeah, that blew your mind.
that it rocks my world, man. I was like, wait, what? I was like, Roger Rabbit, Bob Hoskins.
Well,
Anyway,
first time you knew that someone was but you realized oh, people can have different accents.
yes, that was my first and now I'm like, there's so many British actors on American TV that just it doesn't bother me. But that was the first one. First watch or rewatch for you, Charlie?
Like kind of both. Because I know I've seen it, but I couldn't even tell you when or where. And so there's a lot of stuff I didn't remember at all, or not really well. But I knew the story. I was familiar with the story beats kind of, but I don't know.
Yeah, there are some things I didn't remember from the. I haven't watched it in a while, but it was. I enjoyed it. Did you enjoy the rewatch?
Yeah, it was. It was I don't know. It was just a fun time. There's always so much little stuff going on in the background. So even if you're not into the dialogue, you can just look at whatever's going on. Always got something fun going on.
The cartoon characters you enjoyed. Yeah. 96 critics on Rotten Tomatoes, 85 audience, and a 6.6 on Film Affinity. Original release June 22nd, 1988. Is today the 22nd? No, we're a few days off. June 22nd, 1988.
37th anniversary? Yeah.
Sure. Absolutely. Math. All right. Let's go over it. So it's based in 1947 LA. And tunes coexist with humans.
Yeah. They don't I think it's a good choice to not really go into that. They just are.
They just there, yeah.
Yeah.
There's not too much backstory.
Well, it would have been a lot. I feel like that's something that a lot of modern movies would do. It's they would spend 20 minutes at the beginning setting it up, oh,
how they came to be.
Yeah, but it's it doesn't matter. It's not important.
You're right. It doesn't matter.
Another thing where I say I like it when a movie just gets going. It's there's a little bit at the beginning where it's oh, it's the cartoon, but it cuts to it's a director and he's screaming Roger Rabbit because he can't get the stars. It's birds, and that's just not right.
It was loosely based on a book called Who Censored Roger Rabbit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, by Gary K. Wolf. He eventually tried to sue Disney for some residual money. I think he may have won, but I didn't really dive deep into it. So we meet Roger. We meet a private detective whose brother apparently was killed by a tune.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. Because okay, so the main story is really stereotypical, it's oh, it's a down on his luck private investigator. His brother was killed by the people he has to help now. Yeah. It's just funny because they're at the bar and people what's wrong with him? His brother was killed by a tune.
That's great.
Yeah, but it's another thing. Like, oh, those sets are great. Like that bar. It's like I can't remember what it's called, but it's like Last Stop Bar or something like that. And it's like at the end of like a rail. It's like next to a railway station, so it's always like shaking when like the train goes by.
Yeah, there's a lot of like innuendo too, like with so we meet Jessica, who's like Jessica Rabbit, which is like, I mean, I don't remember watching it in high school thinking it was inappropriate, but a couple of scenes here, I was like, that's kind of inappropriate for like to say it's a family movie, but whatever.
It's supposed to be a family.
It's supposed to be a family movie, but they're just like little like I can't even think of one, but just like them playing patty cake. It was just so weird. It was just
Yeah.
it was interesting. Uh
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff like that. I like how he's talking with like the not the director, the guy who like hires him to get the pictures of Jessica Rabbit.
like the Acme president, right?
Yeah, yeah. He just like Dumbo's flying by. He's like, oh yeah, we got him on loan from Disney, and they work for peanuts. There's lots of other like little jokes. Like, well, I'm assuming it's a joke where he's like, oh well, we got the. Why would you need a car? You got the best transit in L.A. right here.
right, right. Yeah. And then we meet Judge Doom, played by Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah,
I guess he worked with Robert on Back to the Future. This came after Back to the Future, right?
I think so.
So I guess they brought him back. It's so interesting how many people like were up for the role of Eddie before Bob Hoskins got it. Like like people like Harrison Ford and Eddie Murphy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and like I think some people Eddie Murphy turned it down because he didn't understand the script.
Yeah.
He was just like,
It doesn't feel like an Eddie Murphy. It doesn't feel like. See, I think one thing that really works with this movie is that everyone in the movie, like, it's like they taking it like dead serious.
yeah, yeah.
It's very real for them, you know. And I think that's like I said. I think I said that about like Airplane also. Like that movie works so well because the characters in that movie, it's a real event. They're not like cracking jokes and going, like laughing wrong, you know. So I don't know if it would have worked with Eddie Murphy because he's like people see him as like a comic, right?
Yeah. Because I guess Bob Hoskins was unknown, maybe.
Yeah, to American audience. Maybe I'm talking out of my ass, and he was also known for things he has.
I know.
Oh yeah, I think it works really well because he's like a very like no nonsense like investigator,
Yeah,
like mad all the time. You get some nice background in his like office where it's like his dead brother's chair is like covered in dust.
yeah, yeah. And he didn't want anybody to sit there.
Yeah,
But Harrison Ford was the original choice they wanted, but he wanted too much money. Chevy Chase was choice number 2, but he's turned it down. He wasn't interested.
Chase.
Yeah,
It would have been a little different. Chevy Chase is more like Chevy Chase is good at like slapstick stuff too.
yeah. I don't think it would have worked with Chevy Chase, but
No, it would have been different.
that's just me.
I think Harrison Ford could have worked.
Cause he's serious, but I feel like he would have.
Yeah. He can be very gruff. That's his thing is surly.
Yeah.
So, but like, I think he might have been too surly for this movie.
Yeah, possibly. So Roger thinks Jessica's cheating on him because she played patty cake.
Yeah,
With,
like really funny. He has the pictures.
He has the pictures of them paint.
Yeah, but well, like, at first you just hear it, and there's like, oh yeah, keep going.
Yeah, exactly.
Picture they're literally just playing patty cake, and then like the Roger Rabbit's looking at the pictures, and he flips them faster, and it's just like becomes animated.
Yeah, that was funny. That was interesting. So I guess so. The whole plot revolves around who gets Toontown because the judge wants to tear it down to build a highway or something, right?
Yeah, that's his evil plan. That's his evil anyway. To build a highway with the gas stations.
Yeah. Why would you build a highway when you can take the thing for 5 cents all the way up the coast? Anyway, so I didn't remember like what happened. So like halfway through, I actually thought Jessica was a bad guy, but then I guess she wasn't. She was a good character.
Yeah, I remember that.
She did hard. I didn't remember that part.
Yeah. Like I know he like villain was. So this time when I was watching, I was trying to see like what are like the cues that this is like he's like a toon, you know? Sorry,
Yeah,
spoiler.
yeah.
You would use a spoon, but like and I didn't really see much except for like when his special dip spills, he like backs away from it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I noticed. So
And he was always wearing like his eyes gave it away too. He like did he wear sunglasses or did his eyes come out at some point? I don't even remember. Anyway, he looked creepy.
yeah, he was a creep.
And he was when he got exposed, that was kind of scary too. I remember in the theater, like maybe my little brother being scared or something, but
Yeah, he's fucking creepy.
yeah, he was creepy.
And he's just like so like sadistic. He's like it's like a little cartoon shoe. I don't know. I guess it's the equivalent of like a little like rabbit or something. And he's like, and just like
Yeah.
the
Yeah, he creates this dip that can kill tunes. I guess the only thing that can kill tunes.
yeah, it's some mix of
Yeah.
I forget like acetone and that kind of thing.
Acetone and benzene and turpentine.
Oh, you wrote it down.
It's on Wikipedia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wrote it down, taking notes. Yeah, so they end up kidnapping Jessica, and then Roger and Eddie have to go rescue her.
Yeah, but there's lots of like greats like the Eddie has like a nice like arc, you know.
He has a nice arc with the girl from the bar.
Yeah. He goes from being like fuck tunes to being like, okay, well, I gotta help this guy. Well, at first he's like, I gotta help Roger because someone's like setting me up.
Yeah.
But then he's like, he's like he feels bad for Roger, and he feels bad for like the judge murdering that shoe.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, Roger was framed for killing the Acme president, right? Yeah. That's what it was.
The Acme president turns up dead. He's the one who controls Toontown.
Yeah.
And supposedly there's a will, but like nobody's seen him.
There's a will, and so they end up going to Toontown somehow. They just they drive the taxi cab.
Yeah.
They get the taxi cab, and they end up in the factory, and the juice is shooting at Jessica and Roger, and they get saved. Doom is like flattened by a steamroller. That's how we reveal he's a cartoon, right? Yeah. Does he get run over by the steamroller?
Yeah.
Anyway, but then he ends up. They find out that the will was written on a piece of paper with the disappearing ink.
Yeah, and like that's like there's like everything was like set up before. So like at the like very early on in the movie, they showed that disappearing ink that the Acme president or Mr. Acme liked to use.
Yeah.
Like he was like, "Oh, I got you with the invisible ink," and then it reappears at the end, and then says like, "Oh, well, everything comes back." And like at the very beginning, they're in that same factory, right? And he shows like, "Oh, there's these holes that you just put on the wall, and you can put things through." And he uses that at the end to like escape from like a cartoon magnet. Yeah. So he uses that. So like all these things like they're like set up and then they pay off later.
Right.
It's great,
And there was they borrowed like a bunch of cartoon characters like Warner Brothers and from other companies. They got permission to borrow and use
I don't know how
this thing. Yeah.
It's thanks to you when this happened today. Yeah. There was fun to see like Daffy Duck and Donald Duck like eating at the piano.
So there's rumors that on the Laserdisc version of Roger Rabbit that Donald Duck called Daffy Duck the N-word. I don't know.
I never heard that.
Yeah, there's some rumor that like and some cuts of it that when they were battling at the piano, Daffy was called the N-word by Donald, but there's no proof of that anywhere. There's also like guys who have slowed down frame by frame on the laser disc, and you can see like some nudity from Jessica Rabbit, but I don't know how true that is either. I looked at one video on YouTube and I didn't see nothing, so I had to just in interest of the podcast to make sure.
Oh yeah, I just got to do some research.
Yeah, just doing some research. I didn't see anything, so that was pretty funny. Also, Paul Rubens was originally supposed to be the voice of Roger Rabbit, but that didn't work out. I guess he didn't get it, or he dropped out. Something happened, but he did not get the part.
All right.
Which would have been interesting too.
Yeah. I don't know. Everyone seems like
that they fit.
Yeah, they fit like really well. It's hard to picture other people in those roles, which I think is a sign of like a great movie, you know?
Yeah, I was surprised that no one ever tried to do a sequel, but I guess.
Yeah.
And people say this movie like reinvigorated Disney, like Disney animation was like on the crapper until this came out, and then people had a renewed interest in Disney animation.
We didn't really talk about it. We have to like the animation they do is like really good.
Really good for the
They did a lot of like I don't know what techniques they used exactly. I think some like rotoscoping and that. Oh, I think they like literally like drew it and then just like merged it with like the video and just like so they just had it like set up and then like lined it up like really well.
Really into John.
Yeah, it looks really good. There's only like a few times when it kind of like doesn't match, and it's like it's when humans are like directly interacting with the cartoon.
Yeah,
like sometimes when he like there's like a gorilla like doorman who like throws Eddie out on the street, and that looks a little odd. But like otherwise, it looks pretty good when they're like interacting. You know, like
yeah,
like you wouldn't think like it. You just look at it and it just looks real. You know.
And the movie held up. I mean, to say it's 30, 40 years later, the movie held up. 37 years later, the movie held up pretty darn good there. And surprisingly, Kathleen Turner was the voice for Jessica Rabbit, but they never credited her in the movie, so I don't know what that was about. Like, I hope she
credited for her voice.
Was what?
Is no one credited for Jessica Rabbit?
No. I hope they gave like her some money. I hope she got paid for it, because I mean she's got a pretty recognizable voice anyway, so I feel like people would know. But I would still want like my name on the movie as Jessica Rabbit, you know. Or maybe they did. Maybe they wanted to like give her an air of mystery and hide the fact of who she was voiced by. I don't know.
Maybe, but like credits come at the end of the movie.
And that's true credit.
She didn't want her name on the movie. She was nice with Susan Barris. Yeah. I don't want to be like involved with it. I'll do the voice. My name on it.
She was embarrassed by the movie.
Maybe.
That's funny.
Yeah. I do like that Jessica Rabbit has a great line. It's like, I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way.
There was another line that cracked me up. I can't remember it, but it was something about that Eddie was saying about handcuffs.
And I just remember it's like my favorite, like, because so like Roger Rabbit handcuffs him and Eddie together. And so there's like a bunch of bits where that's to like move around and they're like kind of locked together. And then when Eddie gets to a place where they can like kind of saw it off, Roger Rabbit like removes his hand from the handcuff and it's like helping him hold it. Yeah. And Eddie's like, what the hell? You could pull your hand out at any time. He's like, no, I can only pull it out when it's funny.
Does this help?
Yeah, thanks.
Do you mean to tell me that you could have taken your hand out of that cuff at any time?
No, not at any time. Only when it was funny.
It's really funny.
That was a great line. That was probably my favorite moment of the movie. He's like, yeah, I can only do it when it's funny. Yeah, that was great. That was a great line. Shout out to Roger Rabbit. Yeah, I'm surprised there's been no sequel, no Roger Rabbit movie or anything weird. But it was a big hit, obviously.
Yeah.
It's
a great movie.
Great movie, big hit. Lots of merchandise, video games, and comic books and whatever, nominated for Academy Awards. So yeah, the movie was a success.
Yeah, that is really weird that there's
No sequel.
maybe like who owns it?
Disney. It's actually streaming on Disney Plus right now. So
Well, no, like they own the rights, or they're just
yeah, believe they own the rights. Yeah,
because like I don't.
I feel like it'd be too hard, maybe because it'd just be CGI now anyway. It would just or
Well, like that hasn't stopped them.
yeah, or a live action. I guess they can't do a live action version of a movie that's already live action.
They might. They're on that train now.
Yeah,
I don't know, maybe they just feel like it's not popular enough now anymore.
it's possible.
People like it, but it's not like they're still working. Like maybe once they finish with all their like Lion Kings and whatnot, maybe they go on the way to that. They'll be like, oh, let's up and do a live action version of that.
Or maybe the Jessica Rabbit thing was too controversial for him. Like she's just too hot. That's what
Maybe.
So Robert Zemeckis says that as good as the script is for the sequel, Disney finds Jessica Rabbit too hot. So apparently there's a Disneyland ride called Roger Rabbit's Cartoon Spin. Yeah. And Jessica Rabbit wears a trench coat through the whole thing. So
it's really funny. I don't know. It still seems hard to imagine like that they wouldn't.
Yeah, something that's popular. You're right.
Yeah, it's just weird that they wouldn't even like try. Because like there's obvious like you would just change your outfit,
Yeah.
You would just change things.
Budget of 50 million, box office of 351 million.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. All right. So did you enjoy it? You recommend it?
Yeah.
All right.
Time. I think, like we said, it holds up really well.
Holds up well.
Yeah, and the pacing is great. Like there's lots and lots of like visual gags going on in background, sometimes in the foreground. Oh, there's one like in like the PI's office. He has like a bunch of like old newspapers, and one of the headlines is like Goofy cleared of spying charges. Jeez, what? It just like goes through, but like it's stuff like that really makes this movie great.
Yeah, that's funny. All right, cool. Well, we enjoyed it. We recommend it to everyone. Go check it out if you haven't seen it, and if you haven't seen it in 37 years, go back and rewatch it. It's a good time. Great movie. All right, that's it. Let's wrap it up. Anything else you want to say about this movie, Charlie? No. All right. Well, thanks for joining us, guys. I don't know what movie we're doing next. It's always a surprise to me and to you. Who picked Roger Rabbit? Was that me or you?
Oh, that was me.
Oh, so it's my turn to pick now. All right, so I'll come up with something either really good or really bad for us to watch, and no in between. All right, hey, cool. Thanks for joining us, guys, with Charlie. I am Control. We'll see you next time on Rewind by Affinity Streaming.
Bye.